Nice to see you again back here on my channel, Elegantly EDC. I'm back with some more gear from MecArmy. They sent me some additional items a little while ago to review, and as always, I will do my absolute best to remain objective when reviewing these items. Anyway, they were happy with the engagement that they saw from the previous review, and they asked if they could send some more gear to me to share with you. So thank you MecArmy for today's video topic, and thank you viewers who make this possible. Starting out strong, this is the compact CMP Compass. They're made of brass, titanium, or in my case, the crackle, as they call it. And the compact CMP Compass runs for about $22 to $50, depending on the design you choose from on their website. The CMP Compass is a little larger than the size of a quarter, and lightweight, weighing in at about 9 grams. You can attach this to a bag or a keychain or anything else really, using the D-ring and the paracord that they conveniently send to you. For the more fashion-conscious among us, you can also wear it as a functional piece of jewelry with the necklace attachment if you wish. Aesthetically, I like the crackle design a lot, especially the muted rainbow color scheme that they have. It reminds me of a chromatic aberration used in cinematography. It's an effect I've actually used on this channel a few times. The simple teardrop shape and smoothed edges make sure that this doesn't snag on clothing or gouge other pieces of gear when it's in a bag or possible pocket. The compass face will glow in the dark up to 6 hours, according to MecArmy, but it does require a few minutes in direct sunlight for full potency. Running a flashlight over the top of it will not work really well when charging up the fluorescence. But I guess that point is moot if you're going to be using a flashlight to see at night anyway, as I doubt any of you are going to take a hike in the pitch black. If you're not too familiar with compasses, 2 things should be avoided when using one: strong magnets and physical shock. Compasses are aligned with the Earth's magnetic poles, and if you bring a magnet close to a compass, the compass will align with the more local magnetic field. The stronger magnet wins. And as previously mentioned, a hard enough physical shock can also potentially misalign the needle and reduce the responsiveness and accuracy of a compass. I could get into more detail, but that's the Cliff Note version on compasses. So with that brief science lesson aside, there is no drop tolerance listed for the CMP Compass. And quite frankly, I'm not scientific enough to conduct an accurate test to find out what that tolerance would be, so just don't drop it. Same for all other compasses. The face is beveled, so the more level you can hold the compass, the more responsive it is going to be in pointing north. I just lay it on a flat surface for quicker response. It is waterproof with an IPX rating of 5, so light rain won't harm it. I truly like this compass a lot. Given the sensitivity of compasses in general, I don't think I would wear this as a fashion accessory, but I will continue to keep this on my hiking backpack, away from other metallic objects for best results. But I think this piece of gear is fun and a nice reminder of the science of navigation before the invention of GPS. For the next item on the show that MecArmy sent to me, an E12 Titanium EDC Keychain Ear Pick. There are 2 models, the Titanium and the Titanium G10. The difference between the two comes down to these orange carbon fiber plates. Other than that, both models function the same, and they run between $20 to $25 online. My thoughts on this EDC ear cleaner. There has to be a market for this somewhere, otherwise it wouldn't have been made. Personally, when I think of EDC gear, ear cleaner doesn't come to mind. Earplugs maybe, if I know I'll be around potentially damaging decibels. Now, I'm not a medical professional, but I worry about the safety implications that come with jamming things in your ear, especially something as rigid and unforgiving as titanium against the soft tissues of the inner ear. But that safety concern would come completely as the result of operator error and not the tool itself. By the same logic, I don't even use Q-tips, which are obviously softer. Ladies, after toying with this tool for a while, I did find that this actually makes an excellent dirt remover for under your nails. The scoop is rounded off enough as to not damage under the nail bed, but still efficiently gets rid of debris. I already have the Nail Care Swiss Army gear, so that one is my go-to usually. But if you don't already have a designated tool and hate the sensation of grime under your nails, maybe consider keeping this on a keychain or attached to your favorite purse or EDC bag. MecArmy also sent this my way, and this will kick off the illumination section of the video. I think if you've watched the channel long enough, you know that I like things that glow in the dark or illuminate in some way. So, very briefly, this is the TR26 Photoluminescent Glow Bar. It operates the same as the Glow Rhino or Gearade Forever glow sticks, except that this one is designed to be more jewelry-like. As you can see, a necklace chain is sent with the package so you can wear it for fun, or you can even revert it back to the keychain function with the keyring. If you prefer a daintier chain, there is plenty of space to attach something else that better fits your preferences. From my personal opinion, and for any other sci-fi fans out there, maybe you'll agree with this observation. The design choice for this glow bar looks more on par with something that you see out of the movies. It looks futuristic, like something you would keep a top-secret bioweapon in out of Mission Impossible. The design might not be for everyone, but I do genuinely enjoy it. Anyway, back to the facts about the glow bar. It's about 1.5 inches long and weighs in at 5 grams, so it's very lightweight and perfect as an attachment to EDC camera equipment, camping gear, or anything else that you would want. The outside is constructed with titanium alloy, the center has a polycarbonate shell, and the fluorescent center is not named. If I had to guess, and this is pure speculation, it seems to be identical to strontium oxide, which is a common material for most glow-in-the-dark EDC items. But if MecArmy is using a secret proprietary material, I do not know what it would be. It is waterproof up to 100 meters of submersion and drop resistant up to 2 meters. Again, this is according to MecArmy. This item is definitely more of a want instead of a need, but it's a fun and even stylish want. The pièce de résistance of this video, and forgive the bad French, is the SGN6 personal attack alarm and flashlight. And this was the item that I was most excited about. The SGN6 is a small flashlight that fits perfectly in my hand. And you'll notice the bodywork is more flat compared to traditional cylindrical flashlights. The design aspect and the fact that this pocket clip is included make clipping it onto hats, backpack straps, and pockets super convenient. For handheld carry, it also comes with a wrist strap that you can adjust to your preference. The on and off switch is at the top, and there are different light modes and lumen outputs. Turbo is 738 lumens for 90 minutes. Low is 2 lumens for about 106 hours. Medium is 18 lumens for 20.3 hours. High is 128 lumens for 2.5 hours. And then finally the strobe mode, and I'll get to that in a minute. There is no runtime listed for the strobe mode setting. For momentary on, press and hold, and this will automatically go at the brightest setting, and then release to turn it back off. To cycle through constant light, click once. And note there is no memory mode here. It'll automatically start at the lowest setting, so you'll have to cycle through everything. But to cycle through to the brighter settings, hold the power button once while it's already on, and you can cycle through what you want, and then press once to turn it back off. You can access the brightest setting without cycling through the other settings by double-clicking rapidly when the light is off. Like so. To quickly access the strobe setting, click rapidly 3 times. And in the event of an emergency, you can access an SOS mode by holding the power button while the strobe setting is already going. For the attack alarm, and headphone user warning here, you can quickly get to the alarm with the flick of a side button. Once engaged, a very loud 120 decibel sound will go off, and the light will automatically kick into a strobe setting. So here we go. You can also turn it back off by sliding the switch to the original position. Props to the designers for having a separate, no-nonsense button for this alarm. I can spend a couple of seconds going through the different light modes, but in an emergency, you don't have extra seconds. So from a safety and security standpoint, I'm very grateful that the alarm is loud and will cause a scene, and that it can be accessed very quickly. After using the turbo mode, or the alarm for an extended period of time, this will need to be recharged. MecArmy includes a charging cable in the package, which is really nice. And you can charge this through the micro USB port hole on the side, right above the alarm switch. On the other side, you'll notice a USB port, and in a pinch, you can actually use this flashlight as a power bank. But MecArmy makes it very clear that this will not charge your phone all the way, with an output power of only 5 volts. But it will get you enough juice in an emergency, and I think that is an excellent design choice and hugely helpful in a pinch. I genuinely find this flashlight to be a great addition to anyone's EDC kit, especially ladies or anyone who lives where other methods of self-defense have been legislatively reduced. The focus on this piece of gear wasn't on being fashionable or having an extra accessory, but on practicality and safety. And I think MecArmy did a phenomenal job on this flashlight, and I would very highly recommend it. I like small, lightweight EDC gear, and I was really impressed with this batch of items, specifically the SGN6 flashlight or torch for my friends across the pond. So thank you MecArmy once again for sending these to me, and thank you all for watching Elegantly EDC. I'll see you next time.